homeschooling coach, and the amount of pressure that I see brand new homeschooling parents put on themselves to get the right or the perfect curriculum is wild. When I work with new homeschoolers, one of the first things they want to talk about is help me find the right curriculum, help me find the perfect curriculum. And I'm not going to make the case that curriculum doesn't matter, but I am going to make the case that curriculum is not everything, and it's not even the most important thing when you're setting up your homeschool. So I want to give you just a couple of perspective shifts about this. Number one, I've worked in the mental health space my entire adult life. I've worked with addicts, I've worked with people who are involved with law enforcement, I've worked with the mentally ill, and I can tell you, at no time has anyone ever sat in my office and when we're getting a family history, they say, you know what, Melissa? My mom homeschooled me and she used the good and the beautiful instead of Saxon math, and now I do math. They've never said, you know what? My mom homeschooled me more Montessori instead of Charlotte Mason, so now I break the law. And that sounds a little silly, like obviously, of course not, but that is the amount of pressure I'm seeing these parents put on themselves to find the right curriculum, as if finding the right curriculum is going to guarantee that their children are going to have an amazing homeschool experience, they're going to have a great year, they're going to have a great education, they're going to go to college, and they're going to become doctors and lawyers. Your curriculum is only a piece of your homeschool plan. It is a helpful piece. It's an important piece, but it is not so important to match the level of pressure that everyone's putting on themselves. And it's making people miserable while they try to put together their homeschool. Another point I want to make is that school districts frequently change out their curriculum, and the first year they use it, it's a big experiment to try to figure out if this is the right one to use. They don't know going into it, they just have to try it and see. And it's often based on things like financial resources, whatever trainings they've had, whatever comes down from the state level. Point is, your children are being experimented on, whether you send them to public school, private school, or homeschool. The difference is, if you're experimenting a little bit in homeschool, it's coming from you and a place of knowing your child and wanting what's best for them. You care about your individual child, and you're basing your experimentation on what you're observing in your child. So don't be afraid to experiment a little bit in your first year of homeschooling. My advice is utilize free resources as much as possible so you can start to get a feel for what works well for your child. Keep a little journal. This worked really well. This didn't work. We liked this about this curriculum, but we didn't like it about that curriculum. And you'll start to get an idea of what you and your family need, and you won't have spent $1 million. Now, free resources are hard to find, but in my bio, you'll find the free Homeschool Launch Toolkit, which has a getting started guide that'll walk you through all the first steps of setting up your homeschool, give you a little help in curriculum selection. But the real gold in that toolkit is a free resource Google Sheet. And that will give you gobs of free resources that you can use for your kids, for your first year of homeschooling, so that you can just play around with things and not be stressed about the money you're spending. Of course, if you want more help and support, you want somebody to kind of take you by the hand and walk you through all of this, you can join my community. Right now, founding members are getting free membership for life if you join in July. So don't wait on that. If that's something you think you want, sign up for it, because it goes behind a paywall August 1st. But my point is, in your first year, in your second year, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have the perfect curriculum. Your kids are gonna be okay if you experiment and you play around with it. And they're gonna be even better if you have some joy in it, if you find it fun, if you're like, let's try this, let's try that. What'd you like about this? What did you not like about that? Oh, you don't like this one? What did you not like? Tell me, I wanna know, because then we're gonna go find something better. So take the pressure off, find the joy. I promise you this can be a fun experience, not a stressful one.